Hey guys, Alex here. Thank you so much for joining me for today's Cardio Pilates Sculpt workout. This workout is part of week 2 and week 3 of my Summer Sweat and Sculpt Challenge. In this routine, we're going to be toning, strengthening, and sculpting the entire body. You're going to be burning calories and getting the heart rate up. In this routine, I'm going to be using the back of a chair for stability for some of the exercises. You can use a chair or a countertop, whatever is sturdy. I'm also going to be using a set of 3-pound hand weights and a set of 1-pound ankle weights. The ankle weights are optional and you can go heavier or lighter with the hand weights depending on your level of strength. This workout does include a warm-up and a cool-down, so let's go ahead and get right into our warm-up. So we're going to start with a nice wide stance on the mat, toes are turned out, and we're just going to start by circling out the arms. So drawing circles in the air, breathing in through the nose as we lift and out through the mouth as we circle those arms back, lengthening through the fingers, opening through the chest, and drawing energy into the body. Now, if you're feeling good here and you want to start mobilizing the lower body muscles as well, you can lift up onto those toes as you circle the arms back. So elevating the heels up, lengthening through the spine, switching on those calf muscles and working that balance. Start engaging your core as you breathe out. That'll help with your stability. For 3 and 2 and 1, nicely done. Now from here, I'm going to turn and face the end of my mat, bring my hands into a prayer position. Legs are about shoulder distance apart. We're gonna lower, pulse, pulse, and lift. Bring the arms to the sides. Lower, pulse, pulse, weight in the heels, and lift. So mobilizing those ankles and knees, tightening the core as we press up through those heels. Good. Switching on the glutes and the thighs. Pulse, pulse, and lift. Pulse, pulse, and lift with energy. Really engage that core as you breathe out to lift. Good. Gaze is straight ahead. Let's go 3 and 2. Nice flat back. And final 1, pulse, pulse, and lift. Now we're going to turn, nice wide stance, toes are turned out, lower and lift, lower and lift. Keeping those knees nice and wide, torso upright, inhale to lower, exhale to lift, continuing to warm up those knees, those hips, and those muscles. Good. For 3 and 2 and final 1. We're gonna come down and hold and then just reach from side to side, holding in this wide squat, stretching and lengthening through the fingers as you reach up and over, keeping the chest nice and open here for 3 and 2 and 1. Nicely done. Now I'm going to move over to my chair and I'm going to rest my left forearm on the chair. So I'm kind of opening up to the side on a diagonal. Supporting myself on this left foot, I'm extending the right leg out long on a diagonal, lengthening through the toes. From here, I'm gonna bend the knee and extend. Bend and extend. So your spine is lengthened here. We're pulling the heel back toward the bum, really contracting the hamstrings, contracting the glutes. Good. Full extensions between each bend. Keep the shoulders down away from your ears. Good. You're doing so well. Get that leg up nice and high. Keep bending and extending. Let's pick up the pace. Good work. Last 5, 4, 3, abs in, 2, and 1. Hold it there. Lower, lift, lower, lift. So just hover the toe above the floor and then lift that leg up nice and high. Try to keep your torso really still and stable here. Good work. Keep breathing with every lift. Let's go 5, lift a bit higher. 4, lengthen through the spine. 3, 2, and 1. Now, stabilizing yourself on that left foot. Left knee is bent, arms come overhead, and we're driving right knee up. Good. Push up with that right knee. Tighten the core as you bring the arms down and lift that knee up. Good, let's pick up the pace. Stay focused, stay balanced. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, get that knee up there, and 1, nice work. Now I'm going to place my hands on the back of my chair. You can lower your forearms if that's more comfortable. And now we're going to continue with those leg lifts on the right side, but straight out behind us. So stabilizing yourself on that left foot and lifting and lowering that right leg. Squeezing the bum as you do so. Good, lengthening through the spine. Try not to overarch the low back as you lift. Really tighten your core. Squeeze the glutes with every lift and point hard through the toes. Good, last 10, 9, 8, lift a bit higher. 5, 4, abs in, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there, and we're gonna pulse it up. Little controlled pulses. Squeeze the bum, lift the leg. You got this, breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good work. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now same thing again with those leg lifts, but we're gonna come up on to the toes on the left side. So lengthening through those toes. If it gets too much, you can lower your heel down to the mat. Pressing up through the ball of that left foot, lifting that leg nice and high, tightening the core. Keep it up. Last 10. Keep breathing, lengthening, lengthening, lifting. 3, you can do it. 2, and 1. Amazing work. Whew. Shake it out a little bit. And we're gonna move our chair over to the other side. So we've got space to lengthen out on the diagonal. Okay, so setting ourselves up, lowering the right forearm down to the chair, extending and lengthening through that left leg. Gentle bend in the supporting leg there, nice and stable, extending that leg out long in a diagonal and bringing the heel to the bum. Good. Hamstring curls, really focusing on contracting the hamstring as you pull that heel toward the bum with energy. Full extensions between each bend. So this is a really tight movement. We're not sort of flopping the leg around up there. Good. Let's pick up the pace. 8, 7, 6. You're doing so well. Keep that leg elevated. 2, and 1. Hold it there. Lower, lift, lower, lift. Squeeze the bum. Lengthen out through those toes. Tighten the core, keep the shoulders down away from the ears. You're doing so well. Lift that leg a bit higher. Squeeze that side booty. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lower down. Stabilize yourself on that right foot. Bring the arms overhead. Right knee is bent, and we're driving up with left leg. Good. Pulling belly to spine. Every time you bring that knee up, keep breathing, keep pressing up, maintaining that balance. You can do this. Stick with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now taking your hands to the back of that chair, sending that leg out behind, lowering and lifting, focusing on the gluteus maximus now. Spine is long, core is engaged, leg is lengthened. Breathe into every repetition. Lift that leg a bit higher, squeeze the glute. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it there and pulse. Little controlled pulses, lifting that leg up, pointing through the toes, squeezing the glutes, engaging those hamstrings. Supporting leg is working hard here too. Lift the leg a little bit higher. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now, if you can, you're coming up onto the toe of that supporting leg. If that's too much, leave the heel flat on the floor. Good. Final move here with this chair, so give it all you've got. Really squeeze the bum, lengthen through the leg. Press up through the ball of your foot. Toes pointed, shoulders relaxed, glutes and thighs working. Let's go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing work. Whew. I'm going to push that chair off to the side and just circle out the knees, regulating the breath a little bit before we get into our next move. Good. For 3, and 2, and 1. Okay, from here, we're going to take a hold of our hand weights. I'm going to take a nice wide stance on the mat. I'm going to bring the weights together, lowering into a squat, and then as I lift, I'm widening the arms. Lower and lift, widen the arms. Lower and lift. So as you lower, squeeze your chest muscles together. Good. One fluid motion as you lower down, keeping the torso upright. Good. Now we're going to start lifting the right heel as we lower. Good. Lift and lower that heel. Keep those knees nice and wide. You've got this. For 3, and 2, and 1. Now switching sides. I'm going to lower the weight down for just a moment. Deep breath. Bring the weight together as you lower and open, lifting left heel. Good. Get nice and low. Nice. Lift that heel and power up through that core as you lift up. Good. 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Now taking the weights to the side, we're going to swing the weight up and over as we lift that left heel up off the mat. So coming up and over to the right. Weights are together. Front knee is bent. Core is really tight, so working into the waistline here. As we bring those weights overhead, lifting that back heel up off the mat. Let's go. 6 and 5, give it energy. 4, 3, nice strong straight arms. 2, and final 1. Amazing. Let's switch sides. Lifting up and over. Really focusing on the obliques here, belly to spine as you rotate. You're working your upper body muscles here, your core, your shoulders, your arms. Make every repetition count. Good. Really twist and rotate, pushing the weight up with power. Let's go. 6, 5, 3, and 2, and final 1. Amazing work. Okay, from here, we're gonna slowly make our way down to the mat through some squat pulses. So you can hold onto your weights or you can drop them off. I'm gonna hold my weights out in front, lower into my narrow squat, so legs are about shoulder distance apart. Pulse, pulse. Pulsing it here. Shoulders are down away from the ears, get a bit lower. Pulse, pulse, pulse. Good, get a little bit lower, keep pulsing. Weight in the heels. Get lower, keep pulsing. Good. Get a little lower, send your hips out behind you. Keep pulsing, little lower still for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo. Lower yourself down onto the mat. Okay, from here, we're going to step back into a plank. You can keep your hands on the weights, or you can lower your palms down to the mat if that's more comfortable for you. Creating a nice flat line with the body. We want the shoulders nice and broad, core plugged in toward the spine. From here, we're gonna lift the right leg and lower, lift the left leg and lower. If the leg lifts are too much for you, I want you just to hold in a really strong and stable high plank. Otherwise, you're picking those legs up and lowering them down, maintaining that nice flat line with the body. Power up through those shoulders, lift through abdominal wall. Let's go 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing, lower knees. Now from here, I'm going to take hold of just one of my weights. I'm going to extend my left leg out long and lift my right arm up. Palm is facing up toward the ceiling. From here, we want to keep our hips and shoulders square with the mat. Lifting and lowering, leg and arm. Pressing that palm up toward the ceiling, squeezing those left glutes, engaging those right triceps. Make sure that your core is engaged. You've got a really stable trunk here. Good, you're doing so well. Last 10, stick with it. Lift that arm nice and high. Let's go 6, squeeze the bum, lift. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing, switching sides. Extending out long through your right leg, lifting your left palm up toward the ceiling, finding that balance and stability in the core, and then lifting. Lifting and lowering. Good, find that balance. Focus on centering through your core, keeping your spine elongated and in neutral, and then really focusing on the right glutes and the left triceps doing the work as we lift the arm and the leg. You're doing so well. Focus on control and stability. You can slow it down if you need to. Let's go 10, 9, 8, 7, lengthen through the spine. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. Those were tough. Okay, from here we're gonna move right into our ab work. So I would like you to roll down onto your back. Take a hold of your weights. I'm going to hold them over the shoulders. If the weights get to be too much at any point, just drop them off. We're gonna inhale here, and as we exhale, we're gonna bring the right knee in toward the chest and then the left knee. You can bring the weights over the shoulders, or for more of a challenge, you can bring them right overhead and then bring them down by the sides with every repetition. Good, inhale to lower. Exhale, driving knee in toward the chest, peeling head, neck, and shoulders up. Really focusing on tightening through the core. Every time you lift up, pressing your low back into the mat. You're doing so well. Good. Lift up a little higher for 4, 3, 2, abs in, and final 1. Nice work. Now we're gonna hold the weights over the shoulders, and we're just gonna pedal the legs in and out. If you want to pick up the level of challenge, I'd like you to lift head, neck, and shoulders up into a crunch. Good, pick up the pace. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. You're doing so well. Keep those arms strong and straight for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here. Now we're gonna add the arms. So we're going to lift up and extend the right arm and the right leg, left arm, left leg. Let's go. If it's too much with head, neck, and shoulders lifted, you can lower them down to the mat. Just focus on that core engagement. You can do a few reps down and a few reps up. Focusing on belly to spine when you're up. Good. Nice, strong, straight legs on that extension. Toes stay pointed for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Amazing. Bring knees in toward the chest. Take a little breather here, and from this position, we're going to extend arms and legs out long and then draw them back in. Inhale, legs squeeze together. Exhale, bring them back in. Arms and legs extend to opposite ends of the room. If you want to pick up the level of challenge, lift head, neck, and shoulders, or you can add them between each repetition. Good. Inhale to extend. Exhale to bring the limbs back in. Tightening through the abdominal wall. Challenge yourself, lift your tailbone up a little bit off the floor as well to really target those lower abs. Let's go 5, 4, you're doing so well. 3, 2, abs in, final 1. Amazing. Now we're moving in to our final ab challenge here. We're going to be working our upper abs. So I'd like you to bring your legs up. If you can't fully straighten them, they're bent like so. We're gonna lift and lower, upper ab crunch, lift and lower. One of my favorite ways to sculpt those upper abs. Lifting and lowering with control. Good. Now let's pick up the pace. Pulse, 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 lift, lift. Final push here for 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, lift a bit higher. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Relax it down. Finishing off strong with some mountain climbers, and then we are stretching. Take your hands behind your thighs, roll yourself up. Move yourself into position for plank. You can do this final burnout move here. Extend back through the legs, nice flat line with the body, and go. Alternating knees in toward the chest. Breathing deeply in through the nose and out through the mouth. Keep moving. Final 10, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pike up into a downward dog or lower down into a child's pose. Whatever feels right now. And just pedal out the heels. Breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. Wow, that was sweaty and intense. I am so ready to remove the ankle weights. They've been on the entire time. Feels really good to get them off. You worked so hard with or without those. Let's move into some well-deserved stretches. So I'm coming into child's pose, lengthening through those fingers, lengthening through the spine. Now I'm gonna bend the elbows and start to arch the spine, coming up, stretching through those abdominals, and then round, rippling back through the spine, back to the heels. Good, bend at the elbows, arch, bring the gaze up, and then round, send the hips back. Inhaling and exhaling. As you move through this fluid motion, stretching the spine, stretching the abdominals. Good, and starting to cool down the body. Drawing nice deep inhales and breathing out slow controlled exhales for 2. And final 1. Good, now from here we're gonna bring the feet forward on the mat. We're gonna lift the arms up and fold over the lower body, taking a hold of the calves or the ankles or the feet if you can reach them, and just really enjoying a deep back body stretch. Slow, deep breaths, bringing that heart rate down for 3 and 2 and 1. Now we're going to counter that by bringing the arms back behind, bending the knees and opening through the chest. Extending the spine, breathing deeply here. Extend a little bit further for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. You can turn and face me. Let's stretch out our shoulders. Taking the right arm across the chest, you can hold it in place with bent elbow, or you can press the back of your arm with your left hand, deepening the stretch by pulling it a little bit closer in toward the chest. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Taking it over to the other side. Enjoying that stretching and lengthening in the shoulder joint as we focus on our breathing, cooling down the body with every breath, breathing in through the nose as we pull the arm a little closer to the chest and out through the mouth. For 3 and 2 and 1. Let's roll out the shoulders, lift them up, and roll them down and back, melting away tension, setting ourselves up with really good posture. Let's roll down and back, stacking the vertebrae one on top of the other. Amazing work. You did so well. That was intense and sweaty. Amazing work for making it through. You've done great things for your body. I very much look forward to moving again with you in the next session, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.